On the news tonight, Supreme Court affirms Abubakar Umar Abdullahi of the APC as chairman of Abaji Area Council. Development control interfaces with residents of Utako ahead of planned demolition. And a non-governmental organization honors indigenous women in commemoration of the International Women's Day.
Hello there, good evening. Thanks for joining us on the news desk of NTA Channel 5 Abuja at 7. I am Tessie Omeri. We begin on legal note. The Supreme Court has affirmed Abubakar Umar Abdullahi of All Progressives Congress APC as chairman of Abaji Area Council in the February 12, 2022 chairmanship election in the FCT. Justice Adamu Joro delivered the judgment of the 5-man panel presided over by Justice Olukayode Ariwola following the appeal filed by the appellant. Counsel to Abdullahi, Abdul Muhammad SAN, urged the court to nullify the ruling of both the FCT High Court and Appeal Court, which affirmed Muhammad Loku as the APC chairmanship candidate. However, counsel to Loku, Matthew Booker SAN, prayed the court to uphold the ruling of the FCT High Court and Appeal Court, which affirmed Muhammad Loku as the authentic APC candidate in the party's primary, held on April 23, 2021. Supreme Court judgment on Abaji Area Council. Justice Adamu Joro, who read the judgment, said even if the respondent has case, the appeal has statutory bed.
Of time because of statute of limitation owing to the fourth alteration, but the trial court didn't agree with us. The Court of Appeal also did not agree with us. But then when we came here, my lord looked through the processes and agreed with us that at the time he came to court, he was out of time.
Despite the APC victory in the council poll, INEC did not declare any of the candidates a winner.
He was out of time.
Controversy. And ahead of the planned demolition of illegal structures of Utako village, the officials of the Development Control Department have interfaced with the residents of the community on the need for them to salvage their property before the exercise. Onoze Yakubu tells us more.
More than 2 square kilometer plot of land at Utako village has been allocated to the Nigerian Police Force. And with the building plan approval granted, construction is set to commence, hence the need for the removal of all structures within the parcel of land. It is against this backdrop that the officials of the Development Control Department interface with the residents of the community ahead of the planned demolition.
They involved us in the whole process of negotiation and compensation to the people affected. But we thought it wise, it is important to sensitize the people occupying the area so that it will not be given a kind of coloration. Within the precinct of the proposed development, some of the indigenous houses to be affected, where we met with them and we resolved that some of them can push themselves and stay with their kith and kin, and then those that can find elsewhere, we also look at how the police force can accommodate them.
Other contravening structures marked for demolition are buildings that encroach waterway at phase 2 by corner shop at Gwarimpa Estate.
Looking at that place, you could see that there is this stream channel that is gradually being constricted by that so-called corner shops. So in liaison with the Federal Housing Authority, that's why we went there today to sensitize the people that these developments cannot be accepted, because one is constricting a natural stream channel, and then two is an illegal development.
It will be recalled that earlier notices have been served on the affected structures. Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
And to honor the indigenous women in the Federal Capital Territory for their resilience and hard work, the Abiodun Essien Initiative for Girls held a town hall meeting in commemoration of the International Women's Day. Asabe Tanimu Williams has details.
Investigations revealed that the first decade of the FCT Abuja posed challenges and the indigenous inhabitants found it difficult to adjust. With government policies, women became empowered. This transformation reflects in their improved living conditions. Today, groups like the Abiodun Essien Initiative for Girls draws inference from this to inspire more women in achieving success through this town hall meeting aimed at interacting with the original women inhabitants in the FCT, identifying their struggles and celebrating resilience.
We are celebrating them, calling them to action by raising their voices against issues that affect women. It's a two-way thing. First, they are being marginalized as an indigenous person in FCT, and second, because they are women, they face a whole lot of vulnerability.
We, the women, are the people that normally come out for voting, and we need the equal right to them. Know that we are raising shoulder with the men.
Women in the communities to allow their children to go to school, to be able to be empowered.
After suffering defeat at the National Assembly over the bill calling for more seats for women at the National and State Houses of Assembly, Chairman of the Abuja Municipal Area Council, a special guest at the occasion, urged Nigerian women not to give up on the struggle for the 35% inclusion.
Global request, and I think other nations are doing that, and I don't think Nigeria should be an exception. So that bill that went to the National Assembly and did not see the light of the day, I want to beg the National Assembly members, in particular the senators and the House of Reps.
The occasion drummed out support for women's rights in the spirit of the International Women's Month. Asabe Williams, NTA News.
Still on women, the wife of Chief of Garki, Gimbia Hanatunga, has taken a bold step by planting trees in Kado Kuji, Durumi, Karmajiji and Galadima primary schools respectively in order to sensitize women and girl child to promote sustainable environment. Zubaida Abdulaziz has details.
Trees play an important role in our environment. They aid in providing more oxygen, providing shades, and the reduction of air pollution. To this end, Hajiya Gimbia Hannatu, wife to the Chief of Garki, on behalf of the Association of Wives of the FCT Traditional Rulers, took to planting of trees to sensitize communities such as Kadokuchi, Karmajiji, Galadima, and Durumi on the importance of breaking the bias and protecting the girl child from sexual and domestic violence.
We are in the school now, and we cannot even find some of the trees in the communities. So it's something that we need. And that is why we are here today to celebrate International Women's Day with women. Here you can see some with their children, and it's something that works for celebration.
Chiefs of each community are grateful for the efforts put together by Hajiya Gimbia in recognition on the importance of celebrating women and the girl child. They also expressed joy over the palliative shared to the women in the community on behalf of the Minister of State, Hajiya Ramatu Tijani.
We are rejoicing the plantation of trees in our community, Karomajiji.
By planting this tree for the benefit of Nigeria.
I want to plant this tree so that it gives us what we need.
Hajiya Gimbia encouraged every woman to protect herself and for all mothers not to look the other way when a woman is hurt, and to also take every girl child out there as their own. Zubaida Abdulaziz, NTA News.
Now to youths. Nasarawa State Governor Abdullahi Sule has assured youth corps members deployed to the state of their safety and security throughout their service year. He stated this during the closing ceremony of the 2022 batch A Stream 1 orientation exercise in Kefi. Blessing Donfulani has details.
Declaring the 2022 batch A Stream 1 orientation course closed, Governor Abdullahi Sule, in a message, assured the youth corps members that the state has made adequate arrangement for their stay in the state to be a memorable one. Director General, National Youth Service Corps, Major General Shuaibu Ibrahim, also in a message, enjoined the youth corps members to integrate freely with their host community and contribute their quota to the development of their fatherland, adding that they should take advantage of the NYSC Skill Acquisition and Entrepreneurship Development Program for them to be self-reliant.
As you get set to report to your places of primary assignment, I wish to stress the need for you to be diligent in the performance of your duties. I also urge you to integrate into your host communities.
NASFRA State Coordinator NYSC Abdullahi Jikamshi disclosed that 10 core members have received 200,000 naira each as grants in a competition sponsored by Beggs and Belly Investment Bank.
On seeing how active the core members were on site, they instituted a grant of 200,000 naira each on 10 skill sets to the best core members.
I'm ready to incorporate all I've learned into fostering and improving wherever I'm being called to serve.
They should be expecting hard work, they should be expecting diligence, they should be expecting dedication and discipline.
A total number of 1,503 Youth Corps members were deployed to NASFRA State for 2022 Batch A Stream 1 to serve their fatherland. From Kefi, Blessing Amfulani, NTA News.
There seems to be no end in sight as fuel scarcity bites harder in the nation's capital, where motorists and indeed commuters have continued to groan over the situation. Frama Panyi has an update of the situation, and she says many are struggling to keep up.
The fuel shortage, which has lasted weeks on end in parts of the country, has caused long queues with few petrol stations selling the product. Transport fares have gone up in several cities, curtailing services and forcing some residents and workers to walk long distances to their destinations. Most homes in Nigeria also rely on petrol and diesel to power their generators, in addition to the scramble for the product at filling stations already saturated with motorists rushing in panic to buy.
I was here since in the morning, and I think it's after 3 now. I've not seen anything. The queue is much.
As you can see, the situation has been very, very worrisome, stressful, and regrettable.
Please, we're begging the government to please do something about the fuel scarcity. We trusted them, that was why we voted them into power.
The recent 24-hour window to service stations is not enough to assuage the demand.
It's been really difficult for people to get fuel. It started just like a joke and it has overlasted for over 1 month now. People come to queue for hours before getting fuel. I mean, it's a very big stress added to Nigerians.
Meanwhile, marketers are not resting in a bid to ensure adequate supply.
It's good to let you know that NNPC and relevant government agencies are working assiduously to ensure that these queues are really off the street.
Traffic gridlock is another sore point across some major parts of the city as relevant road traffic agencies battle a fallout of queues from petrol stations. In Abuja, Frama Panyi, NTA News.
Oh, boy, I see this collab where they shoot there. Blue scatter. Guy, give me small new number now.
Romance without finance now, annoyance. Better give me ball.
Yeah, give me the number.
Oh, yeah, jot the number down. 005.
Where the complete number?
Somewhere so hot like the blights are gonna need juice, so just like juices.
Hey, oh yeah, give me last numbers.
My 5 password.
41 now you owe me.
Oh yeah, 7650.
What's you? Smiley, hello, how are you? What's you? You again? Guys, the first collab was on the trend, though. You know.
Find your first. Choose a social data bundle that suits your style. Dial *777#. Glow Unlimited.
And on sports brief, former Super Eagles striker Daniel Amokachi has taken a swipe at Ghana over the country's antics with the venue to host the first leg of the FIFA World Cup playoff between the Super Eagles and the Black Stars as Manchester United exit the UEFA Champions League. Details with Abdullahi Ajia on Sports Brief.
Ahead of the crucial World Cup qualifier between familiar West African rivals Nigeria and Ghana, the state of the Cape Coast Stadium has been an issue, with the pitch currently under maintenance. This has created much uncertainty around whether the Cape Coast Stadium will be used for the first leg slated for the 25th of this month. This development also elicited reaction of former Nigerian striker Daniel Amokachi to challenge the readiness of the Black Stars over planned change of venue.
We are at the Monshood Abiola Stadium. We are all ready. Look how beautiful the pitch is. Look how beautiful the stadium is. We are all ready. But some people are still looking for a venue. Some people are under confusion.
With the second leg built for the 29th of March at the Monshood Abiola Stadium, Abuja, the winner is expected to pick one of the 5 African tickets to the World Cup in Qatar later this year. Meanwhile, Manchester United Tuesday night were knocked out of the UEFA Champions League by Spanish champions Atletico Madrid, whose lone goal was enough to end the discussion for the Red Devils with a 2-1 aggregate. Benfica also progressed to the last 8 with a 3-2 aggregate at the expense of Ajax. Tonight, Chelsea will be travelling to France with a 2-0 advantage to face Lille, while Juventus will entertain Villarreal after the first leg ended 1-1 in Spain. With Sports Brief, Abdullahi Ajia, NTA News.
And that's the English version of the news. Stay with us for the translation in other languages. But before we go, do remember to take your COVID-19 vaccine and adhere strictly to safety protocols. Thanks for watching. Good night.
Wizo kwa we wona iwo abadazaza ishandaje zuma woni wa goba ganyi no awada no owa no ada laba no abokun anawi no ayape ntunu azakin shinpe dayabo no abaji gwamnati bibi ekinzin daya no abakin no kakapia ko nan pegun awochi abayin wada bokun dagmen nla owazin ya nge Abubakar Umar Abdullahi no party APC ya woni bejin gbabie teacher no woni jinshin pe da no abaji gwamnati bibi ekinzin daya awada wada ibenyi ogun atun wadai no ayo Adamu Jairo wonazun owayeya lawyer loko Mohammed yan no ayo Matu Buka wagange loko Mohammed won bejin gbabie azakin pin no abejin party yan teacher no ko golo agange wonu bejin shinpe da no abaji abanu abele ba ansu nko beleyin ayebayan nnayenu ayin taku alibasa baje ayan bi njesun ntuko tunu api bayabo no babelo no abede no wutakoyin ba malaba latofi nzokoyin oneze Yakubu wagange sepa apimia baku se ase no ajidai mba filo no abayebayin bai gabage ye abudokosin ko ednajin okun nu ba peputa mba bala kami yipe hokono kosi nabaige achi ayinkoza akin zindaya sambarka tutin ba jinlo tnabwa tednai nabaige ozabwa yaji waji asebe tenimu William waganga bedogun onkotejin gwamnati yan na ayiko obiodun estate beweje bala ayinkoza yi no municipal gwamnati bibi akin zindaya ay gaba awekan ya tukotu mbejimbo nabai nzababwa yaji waji no abede onkoyin ajin yeji no apa yinpe ayinkoza yabo mbabele abo babwa olelainu saisu
Masu kallar sararin mu assalamu alaikum barkamu da warhaka. A takaice ga fassarar wasu daga cikin labaran yau mai karantawa Yusuf Yakubu. Kotun koli ta tabbatar da Abubakar Abdullahi na jam'iyyar APC a matsayin halattaccen shugaban karamar hukumar Abaji wanda ya samu nasara a zaben jagororin kananan hukumomin Abuja da aka yi a ranar 12 ga watan Fabrairu 2022. Mai shari'a Adamu Joro shine ya yanke hukuncin haka a kotun da mutane 5 suka zauna wa shari'ar, wadda mai shari'a Olukayode Ariola ya jagoranta bayan an hada bayanan ɗaukaka karar. A yayin da hukumar da ke raya birnin tarayya ta kammala shirin rushe ƙauyen Utako, jami'an hukumar sun shawarci mazauna ƙauyen da su tattara nasu ya nasu daga wajen domin gudun kar su yi asara kafin a aiwatar da rusan. Wakilin Monozi Yakub ya kawo mana rahoto cewa sama da fili tsawon kilomita 2 aka baiwa 'yan sanda tare da izinin ginawa, wanda yanzu haka suke bukatar a basu waje su gina, amma wasu sun mamaye filin da gine-ginen bacoci ba tare da ka'ida ba. A ɗaya daga cikin hidimomin bikin ranar mata ta bana, wakiliyarmu Asabe Tanimu Williams ta shaida mana cewa domin a karrama mata 'yan asalin birnin tarayyar ƙasa Abuja, wata gidauniyar yaran mata ta shirya taron dattawan gari wanda aka tattauna muhimman batutuwa akan yadda za a bunƙasa rayuwar mata da ci gaban rayuwarsu. Ƙarshen labaran namu ne yau kenan, mu kwana lafiya.
Nnọọ n'akụkọ ụwa nke taa, aha m bụ Rachel Ifi Onu. Tọọ ntị n'ala nara anyị akụkọ anyị jiri bịa n'uhuruchi a. Ụlọ ikpe dị n'isi ala anyị akpọrọ Supreme Court ekwenyela na Abubakar Umar Abdullahi nke otu ndọrọndọrọ ọchịchị APC achụrụla ugo onye isi oche n'okpuru ọchịchị Abaji na ntuliaka ha mere n'abalị 12 nke ọnwa Febrụwarị n'afọ 2022. Ebe onye ọkaikpe ukwu n'ala anyị Matthew Buka site n'okwu ndụmọdụ ya rịọrọ ka ụlọikpe ukwu nke isi ala anyị kwado ụlọikpe akpọrọ Appeal Court bụ nke kwenyere na Mohammed Loko bụ onye otu ndọrọndọrọ ọchịchị APC họpụtara na ntuliaka obere ha mere n'abalị 23 nke ọnwa Eprel n'afọ 2021. N'ihi nkwatu a chọrọ ịkwatu ime obodo Utako, ụlọọrụ na-ahụ maka ewumewu na mmepe ime obodo n'isi ala anyị na ndị obibi ya bụ obodo eweela mkparịta ụka banyere ụzọ ha ga-esi wepụ ihe ụfọdụ tupu ha amalite ịkwatu ya bụ ụlọ. Onoze Yakubu mere ka anyị mata na ụlọ ndị a ga-akwatu gụnyere ụlọ ndị ewuru n'ogige ekwesịghị ekwesị nakwa ndị nọchiri ebe mmiri si agafe. Ọ gakwara n'ihu kwuo na ya bụ ogige bụ ebe ewepụtara iji wuo ụlọ maka ndị uwe ojii, bụ nke ha kwupụtara njikere ha ịmalite iwu ya bụ ụlọ. Na iji kwanyere ụmụ nwanyị bụ ụmụ amaala isi ala anyị ugwu maka mbọ ha na-agba n'ịrụsi ọrụ ike n'isi ala anyị, Asabe Tanimu Williams wetara akụkọ na otu na-abụghị nke gọọmenti akpọrọ Abiodun Access Initiative for Girls eweela nzukọ iji merube emume ụbọchị ụmụ nwanyị. Ọ gakwara n'ihu kwuo na ka ha mere nzukọ n'ụlọ omebe iwu nke isi ala anyị ịrịọ maka inye ụmụ nwanyị ọchịchị. Onye isi oche n'okpuru ọchịchị Amak gbara ha ume ka ha ghara ịla azụ n'ihe ha na-azọ banyere inye ụmụ nwanyị ọchịchị. Onye ọma na-ege ntị, ebe a ka anyị pịachiri akụkọ ụwa nke taa. Ndewo.
Dédé ìwòye o, ìròyìn iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán ìkànnì Kánò ti ìlú Àbújá ló dé sí etí ìgbọ̀nyín. Mobọ́lájí Mátìní oníròyìn. Ìdájọ́ ìjókòó ẹlẹ́ni márùn-ún ní ilé ẹjọ́ tó ga jùlọ lórílẹ̀‐èdè tí onídàájọ́ Olúkáyọ̀dé Àríwọ̀lá jẹ́ alága sọ wípé Abubakar Umar ti ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú alámì ọwọ̀ yẹn APC ní alága ìjọba àbílẹ̀ Abaji gẹ́gẹ́ bí àbájáde ètò ìdìbò ìjọba àbílẹ̀ tó wáyé ní ọjọ́ 12 oṣù tó kọjá. Onídàájọ́ Adamu Jauro ló ka ìdájọ́ ọ̀hún lẹ́yìn àtótónu àwọn agbẹjọ́rò méjèèjì. Ṣáájú ètò àti wó àwọn ilé ìsọ̀ àti àbẹ́tẹ̀ ní agbègbè Utako, àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ẹ̀ka tó ń darí ètò ìdàgbàsókè ìlú Àbújá ti bá àwọn tó ń gbé agbègbè ọ̀hún ní gbólóhùn lórí ìdí pàtàkì fún wọn láti kó gbogbo dúkìá wọn kí ètò ọ̀hún tó bẹ̀rẹ̀. Alákòjọpọ̀ ìròyìn Ọ̀nàṣe Yakubu ròyìn wípé apá kan agbègbè ọ̀hún àwọn ọlọ́pàá orílẹ̀-èdè ni wọ́n fún. Ní báyìí iṣẹ́ ti fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ lórí ilẹ̀ ọ̀hún. Ìdí nìyí tí wọ́n fi rọ̀ àwọn tí ètò ọ̀hún yóò tàbà wípé kí wọ́n fi agbègbè ọ̀hún sílẹ̀ àti wípé wọ́n ti fún wọn ní ìwé ìkìlọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ kí ìpàdé ọ̀hún tó wáyé. Láti ṣe àpọ́nlé àwọn ọmọ onílẹ̀ lóbìnrin lórí mẹ́rin ìlú Àbújá fún ìfaradà àti iṣẹ́ takuntakun tí wọ́n ṣe, ẹgbẹ́ kan tó dúró láì fara tìjọba ó pe ara rẹ̀ ní Abiodun Exist Initiative for Girls ṣe àgbékalẹ̀ ìpàdé fún ayẹyẹ ọjọ́ àwọn obìnrin lágbàáyé. Alákòjọpọ̀ ìyìn Àṣàbí Williams ròyìn wípé olùdásílẹ̀ ẹgbẹ́ ọ̀hún Abiodun Exist pẹ̀lú ọ̀pọ̀ tó kópa mẹ́nuba ìdí pàtàkì tí ètò ọ̀hún fi wáyé, bẹ́ẹ̀ sì ni wọ́n fún ọ̀pọ̀ wọn ní ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣítí tó kì í dùn kó pọ̀ ṣé ó ní ọbẹ̀ oge. Títí ìwòye ọ̀la Ojúmọ́ Ire ni yóò mọ́ wa.